Let a few people hop in here. Yeah, we gotta hook you up though, fast on that.
Yeah, I'll do it next week. I'll pick a day when I get back, and I'll call you and we'll set it up like Monday.
Yeah, cool. Cool. Looks like we're good on Twitter. We got a few people in here.
Let's go.
Let's drop a comment. We're back again this week. Me and Josh on we don't really have a name. Q Goatcast. I mean, we're just here to bullshit, have
I,
a good time.
I know we did it the first time last week, and I was like, "Shit, I'm gonna be out of town." I completely forgot. I was like, "All right, I'll do it in my car. I'm good."
We
I'll
don't
my
have
brother.
like a cool name like Nation Podcast, none of that. I mean, maybe we'll do like a vote or something when we'll give away something. I think that'd be a good idea actually.
Let the
Do
internet
like
choose.
do like a poll or something, whichever gets we'll take a few names, take the top four, and whoever gets the most votes we'll give away like a signed jersey or something.
That'll work.
I think that would work too.
Always giving away free shit.
Cool. So we're back this week. Raiders AQ, GOAT 209. And we're here. We have a few topics to talk about. I know Josh is a little out of town. He's doing it from his car today. Committed. I would have just not texted back. I'm a horrible fucking texter.
No, yeah, me and my brother, our daughter's the same exact age, and I was like, you know what? I gotta go out in the car. I was like, it's way too loud in here because they haven't seen each other in like 6 months. So I'm like, shit. I was like, I'll be back in like 30 minutes, and I was like, should I put on a shirt? It's like 90 degrees and humid as fuck here because of the fires. It's so hot here right now, man. I'm sunburnt and I'm tired because I played 36 holes yesterday.
Oh, you're practicing for that Raider Nation golf tournament the Saturday, huh?
Yeah. We're going. If you guys don't know, that Ross is doing a Raider Nation golf tournament. He's doing it at most of the games this year, so I signed up for a couple already. But I don't want to entirely embarrass myself. But I'm pretty sure my handicap's like 30, so I am. So it's pretty bad.
And for those who don't know, he's on Instagram. He's Raider Nation Golf Club. He throws an event like Josh said almost every game. He will be having alumni there. He has some tents up from what I know. At I believe every 4 holes or something. He said there's some like bourbon tents, some whiskey tents. There's some fun stuff going on there.
Yeah, yeah. He knows how to do it. He's sponsored by Woodson Whiskey, and then I know the first one, Mike Haynes and Seth Joyner are going to be there, so that's pretty cool.
Wow, Mike Haynes. I did not know that. And that'll be in L.A. That'll be in
Yeah, yeah.
L.A. So if anyone's interested, I believe it's $150. You get 18 holes, and then you get to hang out with alumni. This one I think is against the Chargers fans, right?
Yeah, and it is. I believe it is a scramble, so it's going to move a little faster. So if you're not that good,
Don't
a
worry.
scramble is where you take the best shot out of your pair or your quad, and you go from there. So you should birdie or par every hole if you're a
Yeah,
half-ass golfer.
yeah. I just go to get fucked up. I mean, I know how to golf.
I think that's why we all go.
I think we all go just to go. But Raider
Yeah.
Nation Golf Club, he's on Instagram. Great guy. His name is Ross. If you guys ever want to go to any of those events, they're all open to the public. He's on Instagram, so you just gotta pay to get in. So we have a few topics this week to talk about. First one we'll start right off the bat since it's a hot topic this week is QB competition. Raiders have not listed a quarterback as a QB1. What do you think, Josh?
I like how it says "or" on the depth chart. Like I was dying laughing. It
I've
says
never
Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew. I was like,
I've
what
never
the?
seen that before.
I was like, that is the most Raider shit ever. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, say somebody's taking the lead. Say this person's doing this good. This person's doing that good. But no, it says or. And then they just announced that the for the Minnesota game, each one is getting a full quarter to themselves with offense. So they're going to be doing some judging. I don't think they decided who's going to start yet because Aiden O'Connell started out very strong, and from what I'm hearing is he's kind of dropping off a little bit now.
Mhm.
He's throwing some picks. He's not hitting receivers in stride. He's throwing behind them. So it seems like, hey, now it's a 50-50 game now. Still think he's going to get it, though. Still think he's going to get it.
Man, I want to agree with you. I really do. But I mean, hopefully he has that push, that jump from year one. I mean, he's a statue back there. I love Minshew, man. He had the Colts at 9-7, 9-8,
Yeah.
whatever they were. They were on the verge of the playoffs until they ran into Stroud.
Yeah.
So
And Minshew did talk about today at the press conference. He talked about his turnovers, and he was very aware. He said the team that turns the ball over the least wins 75% of their games. He's like, I need to get better at it. Like he's very aware of what he needs. So he fumbles the ball a lot because he's always running around. That's his problem.
yeah,
His turnover ratio is about 2 point something, like 2.3, 2.2 to 1, which is not that bad. It's not great, but it's not amazing.
uh,
Uh, but we'll see.
I had to drop that in there. He just commented on my hat. This is actually a Bo Jackson edition hat, 1983 patch. Just commenting on that. But yeah, no, I agree. I think Minshew has what it is. Hopefully he has that late boost, like Stabler did or Gannon did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he could take us far. He has the receiving core. He's gonna have Bowers, he's gonna have Jacoby Myers, he's gonna have AOC. I mean, what quarterback doesn't want that?
Yeah.
So
All the tools are in there. That's what's frustrating is they have all these tools and no one's taken a leap yet. That's probably the most frustrating thing.
I agree. I mean, the running back competition, who do you think is gonna win that? You think it's gonna be Madison or you think it's gonna be Zamir White?
Oh, it's Zamir White. Madison's not a starting running back.
Even though he's taking the first team snaps right now?
No, he's not a starting running back. He's
I
slow.
agree.
He's not big. He doesn't score touchdowns. He receives the ball better than Zamir White. But as far as a running back goes, Zamir White is a home run hitter. He's bigger, stronger, faster, and more explosive. Mattinson with one of the best wide receivers and a good offensive line and a quarterback that was throwing up 4,500 yards couldn't average over 4 yards a carry. He's not a good running back. He's a change of pace back.
I believe so too.
Yeah,
Especially when he's bulked up. He looked a little smaller in camp compared to those pictures that were posted, but
yeah,
he was exploding at him against Kansas City last year.
yeah. And then they have Abdullah as a third round back, which I think is absolutely. I'm so angry about that. He doesn't run the ball. Yeah. When he's in, they just throw it to him. They do little swing passes. Let one of these rookies get in there and see what they can do. You know what you're going to get with Abdullah. You're going to get nothing more than a special teams player. Let one of these young guys go in and try to see what they can do. You know, because worst case scenario, Mattinson can receive the ball, and he's a better player than Abdullah at this point in his career. So Mattinson can play the third down back if we have to. Yeah. But yeah, they have Abdullah as a third running back, and I was like, I thought he was going to get cut. I said from day one he's getting cut. Why would you draft a running back and keep him? Doesn't make sense.
Yep, I agree. I think Abdullah. I mean, nothing against Abdullah. I think he's going to get cut, especially with I'm going to chop up his name, Dylan Luab, Lu something.
Dylan. Just remember, it's Dylan, but yeah.
I'm just going to say Dylan. He's been a standout at camp. So, I mean, I think Abdullah's getting cut. I think he'll probably be with, either the first group of cuts or second group of cuts. I don't think he's going to last until that last preseason game.
Yeah, and depending how Dylan performs, Dylan. So I keep saying Dylan because of the Dave Chappelle skit. Like Dylan, you ever seen that shit?
No,
it's the old skit.
You're showing your age there, Josh.
Yeah, an old skit, man. Yeah, the old heads will know what that is. But if he learns how to block and he's able to take some of that load off White, he'll be running back too by the end of the year. It just depends how he progresses. He's bigger in person than I thought he was. They have him listed at like 5'10", 5'11". I'm like, he's not that tall. He's not tall. Because in a helmet, he was barely taller than me. Yeah. And I was standing up. I'm like, this dude ain't 5'11". Like there's in cleats in a helmet, he was like that much taller than me. I'm like, no. They always lie.
Yeah, they do. They always do. I know they had a few guys listed. I'm like 5'10", and some of those guys were eye level with me, and they had cleats on. I'm like, there's no way these guys are 6 foot or whatever.
Yeah, and so you see that, but if you can do that. What was alarming to me is still Jackson Powers is listed on the second team.
Definitely, that was right there. So he needs to be back. I mean, if we're being honest, he needs to be back.
Whitehair's not good. He had a down year. He was one of the worst rated guards last year that was starting. So he's on the downward slide of his career. He was a borderline backup for the Bears, one of the worst teams in NFL. Mm-hmm. And we're trying to start him. That's not going to go well for us.
Yeah.
So, especially our offensive line is already suspect it is. So Howard Johnson, most people don't know, he's been battling a shoulder injury since the summer.
Yeah.
So him being number 2, it's not good. And I keep hear people saying, "Oh, he's a fucking bust." I'm like, dude, it's the first year of camp. Like, relax. He has a shoulder injury. It happens. Like Herbert's hurt again. Other players are hurt. Like, are they bust? No. Like, they get nicked up. It happens.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, we need it more than ever, man. I mean, from camp, from hearing all these reporters tweeting about how bad the offense is, that offensive line is full of second stringers right now. I mean, on the left side, I mean, it just we need it back, or else we're gonna get pummeled up front.
That's what we saw. Remember, we were there. Our offensive line was absolutely horrible. We're like, dude, look at worked.
And it wasn't even like. It's not even an exaggeration, man. The defensive line was getting in there in 2 seconds. I mean, granted, our defensive line's elite. You got Wilkins, you got Crosby, you got Kuntz, you got them all right there, but they were getting worked, the offensive line.
Yeah, and they were tired, too. What was happening was, they would go against Crosby, they'd go against Kuntz, and then the rotational players would come in. Wilson would come in, And then Audrey would come in, our backup defensive tackles who are a little bit quicker, and they would beat the shit out of them all over again with lesser talent. It's just, it looked so bad. I'm like, dude, if this is our offensive line, it's going to be a very long year.
Very, very long year. Very long year. I mean, granted, week one, hopefully, I mean, I want Herbert to play. I don't want any excuses week one. I mean, he's going to be in the boot. He's going to have that lingering plantar fasciitis, whatever it's called.
Yeah, plantar fasciitis.
There you go, man. He's the nurse here. But I don't want any excuses. And especially because we're going, I don't want to see a backup quarterback.
Yeah, he's 2 to 4 weeks. So he'll start game one, but he's probably going to be a little bit immobile. He'll be a little bit sore. So, you only have, 2.5 weeks left of preseason, and you have a week off. So you got 3.5 weeks. Usually those injuries are 2 to 4 weeks. So he's not going to play all preseason, most likely. So he's going to come in rough and coming off an injury week one. So, which if you ever looked at his schedule, the Chargers schedule, they go against us, the Steelers, and what was it? Niners? No, I can't remember. Steelers and somebody else. So, but it was 3 top 10 defenses in the first 4 weeks. He's going to get pummeled.
I agree.
So if he goes in injured,
let me ask you this: when Tyrell Williams had that injury, he almost missed the whole season.
Yeah,
having an issue there.
It all depends how long it lingers for, and it does hamper you. It hurts you running around. So as a quarterback, it's not as bad. Herbert's not really a scrambler. But if it's lingering, he's going to get effed up week one because something's going to hit him, and it's going to be hurting all over again.
Yeah, especially with, Kuntz and Crosby going at him and Wilkins. It's gonna be a show there.
Maybe we'll be favored for an extra game. They only have us favored 6 games this year. So all over the internet, they're calling us fucking delusional because we think we're going to win 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, that's crazy. I truly think it's 8 or 9 too. I truly do. I think the ceiling is around 10. 11's a little rough. I mean, to be realistic here. Floor, 6? It has to be 6, the floor.
5 or 6. So we're favored in 6 games right now as they sit. We are not favored in some of the games that are kind of a toss-up. We're not favored in LA, and we're not favored against either game of the Chiefs. We went 1-1 against the Chiefs last year and 1-1 against the Chargers. So that takes you from 6 to 8 wins right there. If we split those and win the games we're supposed to win, against the Panthers and things like that. So, it just depends how the season plays. There's always going to be injuries. For us, if our quarterback gets injured, it's not a big deal. If a defensive lineman gets banged up, besides Max Crosby, again, we got rotational players, not a big deal. We have some depth this year, but there is still some questions on what players are going to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think week one's definitely a toss-up, especially with Herbert being down. I mean, if you play his backup, you saw what we did to his backup last year.
Is it the same guy this year? I don't even know who their backup is.
It's the same guy. It's the same. I mean, I'm almost positive it's the same guy. I believe it's Easton Stick, right?
Yeah, and they don't have Allen. They
don't have Mike Williams. They don't have Allen. They got Jerry Rice.
And then Quentin Johnson looks like shit.
Terrible. They just keep dropping balls. I hope we blow them out again. I would love that. I mean, we have been terrible at SoFi. And we go all the day.
We almost beat them with Garoppolo. No, we almost beat them with AOC. Last year.
First game.
Yeah, and the thing that screwed them was the pressure from Khalil Mack. Yeah. So if our offense line's improving a little bit,
5-6 sacks, some
crazy
thing like that.
He fucked us up.
Yeah, he fucked us up for sure. I mean, I hope, man. I go to SoFi all the time, and it's 50,000 Raider fans, and we embarrass ourselves.
Oh, not to get off topic. Did you see the posts and the ads? The Chargers looking for content creators.
No,
I am not making this up.
You're fucking with me.
I swear to God, the Chargers posted ads to find content creators to get people to make buzz about their team.
Dude, that is insane. Fucking way.
That's how pathetic they are.
Well, they had the little. I mean, I don't want to get canceled. They had the little. My cousin over there cheering last year. That she went viral. Yeah,
they're looking for content creators. So if you're a Chargers fan, have at it. So what?
Last year they even had robots at the game last year. They tried to.
That was for the movie. But I know. I was talking to some of my friends and they said, yeah, somebody we know that's a Charger fan has under 1,000 followers on Instagram and said, hey, I'll promote the team, blah, blah, blah. And they gave him sideline passes. And
What?
this is yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I'm like,
What?
what the fuck? I would go
Dude,
lie just to get some sideline passes week one. I mean, if
that
that's
is
what I have to do.
insane. That's I've never heard of anything like that before.
There's no such thing as a Charger fan. I'm
That
sorry.
is insane. The Chargers are looking for content creators. So if you guys want to be a content creator for a team with 20 fans, go apply. That is absolutely outrageous, man. That is so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. So okay, let's move on to the next topic over here. That's crazy. I cannot believe that. So over the past week too, Gruden was in Kansas City. Was it a sneak diss? Was it not a sneak diss? Were they throwing shade at the Raiders?
There
I
is
mean,
no
he
no
was there for
fucking
one
way.
day. He
So
was there for
they probably hired him before, and this is my theory. They hired him before because he does know quarterbacks, he does know offenses, he knows
of
players.
course,
He's a very X and O guy,
of
and it's
course,
always good to bring somebody from the outside in. People forget he did win a Super Bowl.
correct.
So
With
he
the
got
Raiders,
Brad.
with the
Yeah,
Raiders playbook.
he got Brad Johnson to play at a higher level than he was ever you know
Yeah,
at, and they won a Super Bowl because of it. So, but I think Andy Reid was like, "Hey, here, wear this," and hand him all the Chiefs shit. He had Chiefs hat, a Chiefs shirt, and Chiefs shorts, and I was
crazy,
like, "What the fuck, dude?"
crazy.
So I think he burned a lot of bridges with Raider Nation seeing that
Mhm.
because people were like, "Okay, he's coaching Derek Carr." There really wasn't much fluff about that,
Yeah,
but the fact that he went to KC and he's coaching the division rival, a team that he coached only a few years ago, I think fans are going to take that the wrong way. Me myself, I really don't care because it's a job.
yeah,
Uh, Regardless of what happened, they did fire him, and he needs to feed his family and make his money, and that's what he's doing.
yep.
So I
I
don't have a
agree.
problem with it, but I know 90% of people are going to.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, football is a business, man. I mean, if you're gonna get a job, they want to pay you to come out for the day, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I think the timing's hilarious. Um, especially him going in all the Kansas City stuff. I think it's hilarious. Do they need him? I don't know. I have no clue why he's there. I mean, Mahomes already won, 3 Super Bowls or whatever the hell it is. You're bringing Gruden in to kind of give him a 1-2. I mean,
Yeah, they don't need Gruden. I'm
they
sorry,
don't need
they don't
Gruden.
need it.
I know. It's just
Andy Reid is a far greater offensive-minded coach than Gruden could ever hope to be. I'm sorry.
ever, ever.
I
Gruden won
thought
that
that was
Super
the other thing.
Bowl,
I'm like,
man.
okay, yeah, they're bringing him in, but I'm like, it's Andy Reid. Like he's one of the besides Belichick, he's probably the best coach, one of the best coaches to ever walk on the field.
Hmm.
It he has 3 rings. He's been to what, like 8 championship games or 7, something like 8. I don't know. Yeah, that's unheard of, for a coach, especially in the modern era. The only one that comes close is Belichick.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, this guy, we don't want to admit it because it's the Chiefs, but it's like the guy's one of the best coaches to ever walk on a field,
Yep.
and he doesn't need Gruden's help. So
I know. That's why it was just outrageous.
that's
So
why I think he's fucking with the Raiders. That's why. So
I mean, it's not far fetched at all. It
yeah,
is really not far fetched at all when it comes to that. And it's just funny because he was there for that one damn day, man.
yeah. No,
Did
I think he went 2 days actually, didn't he?
he go 2 days?
I
I
think he
only
went
seen
2.
pictures from one. I seen pictures from one. He was all decked out Chiefs, and that was about it. That's all I seen. But
Yeah.
then again, I haven't been on social media today or yesterday. I've been
But
off it.
what's funny is somebody sent me the link, like, here, Josh, you can buy this shirt. And I was like, fuck you. I was like,
so,
dude, that's
since we're
funny.
talking about
Like,
Chiefs
he's
fans,
like,
I mean,
hey, no, he was like, yeah, because they have it live and they stream it and stuff like that. He's like, hey, here's the same shirt that Gruden was wearing today. And he
that's
fucking sends me the
hilarious.
link. I'm like, you're a dick.
That's fucking well. Since we're talking about Chiefs fans, do you want to bring up your last week with Chiefs fans?
Uh, I mean, I said what needed to be said. The guy kind of backed down.
Just
There's
based off
nothing.
of Twitter, I mean, we had an incident, or he had an incident with some couple guys, and
Yeah, and that's the thing. I always tell people, like we're both from Stockton. That's the difference, like
very true, very true.
there's certain things you don't do and don't say, and if you say it, you stand behind it. Even if you're wrong, you stand behind it. It's like, okay, you said some things, stand on it, admit it, and back your own words up. And that's not what this guy did. He ran like a little pussy with his leg tail between his legs. Made his profiles private, started blocking people, wouldn't let people comment on stuff, heavily edited things to make himself look cooler. And people were just attacking him, yourself included. Like all my friends, people I know were just on his shit. They're like, that guy's a bitch. And I'm like, yeah. Like he's trying to play that like wild card Joker, Draymond Green kind of thing. And it's all a fucking facade and act. And you can
Yeah,
just tell. Like everything was scripted. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking dipshit.
yeah.
So, but when you don't know how to talk shit, that's the kind of person you get.
So Lance has spoken. If Lance has spoken's watching, or if you guys have some time on your hands, Lance has spoken. He's with Arrowhead Allies. I don't even think his own podcasters like him.
No, and the thing is, like, I actually talk to people in KC. Like, I've been to KC numerous times. I talk BS to people in the booster clubs. I know season ticket holders, and one person specifically said, "No, that dude's a fucking douche," and I started laughing. And the verbatim, they said he's fake as fuck. And I said, "Okay." They're like, "He's not like that in person. He's not all macho and loud in person." I was like, "Yeah, it's a fucking act." I was like, "What do you expect?" I was like, "People have met me. I'm the same online as I am at work, than as I am in the, I'm a little more professional at work, but,
Yeah, if you've never met Josh, he's full of ADHD. So have fun with it, man. Have fun with it. Nah, Josh is it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing. It compliments.
So we do got a lot of views. I'm gonna say something. I don't think I've told you. I am raising money for a good cause. I can't really say because I want it to be a surprise. Yeah. So I am running raffles and stuff on my pages. I'm doing ticket giveaways. I'm trying to raise close to about $1,000. I think I'm at like 650-ish now. But once I have the money raised and I'm able to get that money to the person I want to go to, then I'll be able to tell what it's for. Because these people do follow me. I don't want them to know. They don't have any idea. They're not going to have any idea about this video. It's going to be a complete surprise. But you guys see me running stuff on my page. Join, donate. It's going to a very good cause. And I should be able to post a video in the next couple of weeks about what's going on. So you guys will see. And I'll tell you what I'm doing afterwards, Andrew. And you'll be like, "Oh, fuck."
Definitely. I believe we're around the same page. I am also doing a donation to a charity as well from the Kermit video. Any proceeds that I had made from that video, it is going to a charity. I had announced it on my Twitter, but I will put another post out again that, when it happens and everything like that, that it is going to a good cause to try to get, some Raider fans into the building.
I got my seat too. You see that?
You're what?
I took a seat.
Oh yeah, me too. I took 3 from the Coliseum on Saturday.
I took the full seat, bro. I got the whole thing.
Oh man! So we went to the A's Dodgers game over the weekend. Josh had brought Kermit. It was the infamous B-Lot was there. We had a great time. We got all hammered. After the game, Josh sent me a picture. I wish I can pull the picture up. I gotta learn how to do this StreamYard stuff a little more. And Josh had a Coliseum seat, so he inspired me to go to the side. If you're not familiar with the Coliseum, the away seats used to be brought in every game. So they removed them for the baseball field, and they would remove the away seats for football games, or for A's games, I'm sorry, and they would bring them in for the Raider games. So they're all to the side of the B-Lot. So they're very accessible, very easy to get. Josh grabbed a few, I grabbed a few, and I'm going to restore them. I don't know what you're going to do. I got a 24. I kind of want to get it signed by Woodson.
I'm going to put mine on a wall and sit on it. That's what I'm going to do. I got the whole thing. I got the cup holders and everything.
I did get the cup holder. So I didn't have any wrenches or anything. I just kicked them off.
Oh.
I know you. I kicked them. I was like, dude. I went around back behind the container, and there was a few in the front. And one of them was loose. I was like, fuck it. So I kicked it, and I'm snitching on myself right now. But I took 3 home.
Nobody cares.
Some people do. So that's actually hilarious. I totally forgot about that. Well, let's get back on topic. It's fun. Let's get back on topic here. Is it time to panic on Tyree Wilson?
He's a backup, and he's a first-round pick, and he's a top 10 pick. He should not be a backup. And the kind of consensus is he's not beating out Kuntz, who's a late-round pick, and he's not beating out either defensive tackle. And he's getting minimal reps at defensive tackle. So he's going to be a 5th or 6th rotational player for a top 10 pick. That is not what you draft them for. He should have been a day 1 starter.
It's another cleaning Farrell for sure.
Yep.
As of right now, it's still early, but as of right now, he is another cleaning Farrell.
Yep. And everybody, even reporters, are writing that he looks slow off the ball still. It's hit or miss if he gets off the ball on time. They're saying it's happening where he gets off in time, but there's still plays where he looks absolutely lost and he doesn't get off the snap count time.
And it's insane, dude. He's so damn big. His wings, I've never seen a wingspan like his before.
He's so athletic, so big, so strong. He's fast enough. He's not like crazy fast, but he just can't get off the ball. And at the time, it's like, what the hell do you do with this guy? He can't cover, so you can't put him at linebacker. Yeah. He's not fast enough to cover running back. So it's like, what do you do? At this point, the only thing I think they can do that they really should do, He had his most success on the inside last year.
Definitely. I agree
Bulk him
100%.
up. Jenkins is only going to be there for another year or two. Bulk him up and throw him at defensive tackle. That's all you can do at this point.
That's where he succeeded the most too. I mean, with the wingspan like that, if a running back's running in between the balls, I mean, if you can get a hand on him, slow him down just a little bit. I mean, just with that wingspan alone, he can just reach out, slow him down just a bit. You know, get an assist tackle. You know, have Spillane come in there and fill it up. Have Diablo go in there, fill it up. If you can slow him down with that wingspan, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Well, people forget how much he weighs. He's 275 pounds.
Big dude, but he's also huge.
Yeah, he's long. But the thing is, like, if he puts another 10, 15,
he's pretty big.
Yeah, if he puts a little bit more weight on, you know, then he can be okay. But he needs to put that weight on.
Yeah, so I agree. I definitely agree there. I think it's just him just trying to put on the weight, some extra weight, and with the wingspan there, he'll be fine.
Oh, hey,
you flipping on me? You're flipping on me.
Yeah, no, I was trying to see which way was better.
Yeah, well, like we got another one in here. We got Raider Nation Worldwide podcast watching too. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Oh, the seat, by the way, I took the seat because I left for Oregon right after the game. The seat's still in the back of my car. It came with me to Oregon.
Hilarious. I put mine into storage. I want to restore them. I mean, the ones I got are all faded and fucked up from the past. Whatever.
You get the plastic restoration they use on headlights.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to either do that or torch them. I think torching them would help a little bit too.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the Coliseum seats are definitely going into the man cave or something. Yeah. They'll definitely when the Raiders decide to win the Super Bowl, I'll sit in one. All right, so we're wrapping up here. We're at 26 minutes. Our shows, are going to range anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes at most. We have one final thing just to try and cause up some stir here. What do you think? Trade buzz. I've seen some Geno articles. Dak necessarily not trade, but he might be a Raider, man. Let's be realistic. If Jerry Jones passes on his contract, I can 100% see Mark throwing the cash for him.
Yeah, and that's kind of been – I've seen some stuff pick up on the line, and I don't normally like to talk about trade unless they're realistic. So, like the Geno thing, I don't think it's ever going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Dak, on the other hand,
happens if AOC and Minshew get hurt.
If AOC and Minshew don't perform this year and our defense is top 10 and we're about a 500 team, they have to do something at quarterback to be competitive. We only got a few years.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I don't like talking about clickbait stuff, but Dak is actually something that could happen. As much as Raider Nation hates him, and much as I think he's the weakling of the Cowboys, that is something that could happen. He's going to be a free agent on the open market. And some team's going to pay just like with Watson, team's going to pay some stupid fucking amount for him. And it could be anybody. It could be us. It could be any other team. Somebody's going to think like, hey, that's an upgrade. That's going to get us over the hump. Let's go get him.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. And then especially, I think Mark has some pressure to be successful in Vegas, obviously. He might throw the money at Dak.
Yeah. I truly did. And it's bad to say, like, we're going to have a lot of the cap room. And that's like what I was saying, some of the things that can happen. I think it's more likely that Devontae Adams gets restructured versus traded because his contract's at $45 million. So if they restructure it and back end it, say, hey, we're going to do, like a Tom Brady thing, or a Drew Brees thing, something along a Derek Carr contract where we back end it, it's going to give us even more cap room to go after a quarterback. Yeah. So there's a real possibility if AOC and Minshew don't pan out that we go after a quarterback or we try to trade up and draft one. Again, we got some players and we got some picks that we can throw in there. So
yeah, let's throw in too. We had some scouts over in Colorado over the past week, and my man Sanders sounds like he wants to be a Raider, man.
It's not that I think he wants to be a Raider. I think he wants the publicity of being a Raider in Las Vegas with the deals. That's what I think he wants.
I think so too. I think Las Vegas, the deals. And I think, honestly, look at the team he would come to. You want a perfect situation. Let's be real. If you're coming out as a rookie, rookie quarterbacks don't make it. They get put into a shit situation.
Yeah.
That's just realistic about it.
I don't know if he's necessarily a top 5 pick, though. That's the one thing.
I don't think so either. Unless he balls out this year, I don't think he's a top 5 pick either.
Yeah. So it's like, it's because people are going to look at a more traditional style quarterback like back from Georgia or something along those lines that might go to number 1. And there's always some dark horse that comes in like, holy shit, this guy has all the tools and balls out. So,
Like Bo Nix, who's a third stringer on the Denver Broncos right now.
hey, that was one of the only quarterback rooms that was rated lower than us, and their number 12 quarterback is a third string behind Stidham, who was our backup.
Gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. I mean, Bronco fans are the worst. I'm sorry. You gotta love it.
And this is the thing. So again, this is where I remember when people say bad things about us. Colin Cowherd was bending over for Bo Nix, saying he's going to be a great quarterback, and that we couldn't win against him because he's good. He's too good for us to win against. I will never forget that ever. I'm like, Colin Cowherd has every other team's dick so far in his mouth. He just hates the Raiders.
I couldn't agree more, man. When they took Bo Nix with that pick, I could not. Bo Nix was a second-round pick at best.
Yeah.
And now he's a third stringer. You gotta love it, man.
I'm glad they did pick him, and I'm glad that the other quarterbacks got selected because we would have got stuck with one of them. JJ McCarthy can't even beat out Dalton right now. Like,
dude, I'm so glad. I couldn't agree more. I am glad McCarthy is not a Raider.
Yeah, and I told people, I was like, McCarthy and Bo Nix are second-round grades. And then I was like, so if they're second-round grades, they should be drafted there. And if you review second-round grades, they don't do very well in the NFL. And, and so, like, I used to have a list of last year. I had all the quarterbacks drafted in the past 15 years of the second round, and Derek Carr is the best one. Derek Carr and Andy Dalton and then Kaepernick are like the only three that have like pretty much successfully made it. It's almost more beneficial to get somebody in the third or fourth round. Yeah. Second round quarterbacks don't make it in the NFL for whatever reason, and most of them end up at backups or career backups. They never get a chance to start, or they do and it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
So I didn't want any of these quarterbacks from this year.
And I only wanted, if I had to pick, it would have been Jaden Daniels. I hope he balls out. I hope he has a great career. That'd be the only one I would have taken.
Yeah. I didn't like. I thought Jaden Daniels was a huge risk.
McCarthy's a system quarterback. They ran the ball a lot at Michigan.
Yeah, and he had arguably one of the best college coaches and professional coaches that's around right now that understands the game better. Definitely. So that's people forget. Michigan was not relevant until Harbaugh went there.
They weren't. My favorite thing to say right now, the Charger fans, though, is him and Harbaugh and the Chargers go very well together. They both can't get it done in the NFL. They both have zero rings.
I want you to remember this. I have a feeling Harbaugh is going to get rid of Herbert.
That's a bold take there.
I got a hunch. Herbert's overrated to me, and Harbaugh's going to see that he turns the ball over and he can't build a team around him.
It kind of. I mean, Herbert. I mean, he's out of Oregon. Oregon has nice jerseys. They're fun to watch. I mean, but we'll see what happens. I mean, that's a hot take. I will give you that.
I thought that the minute they hired him, I'm like, Harbaugh's getting his own man. That's what's happening.
Yeah, well, he wanted McCarthy there for a minute, supposedly. The rumors. And they're not building quite the team to help him out, right? No receivers. So I can't even name their number one receiver, to be honest with you.
No, Quentin Johnson. It's because they have so many cap issues. Yeah, they had so many back-end contracts. Like what? Khalil Mack making $40 million this year or something like that?
I need to stop talking about other teams, but they said today that Derwin James is going to play offensive snaps.
The fuck? For safety?
The safety is going to play offensive snaps.
He can't even stay healthy on defense.
I just want to throw that out there. So, insane. Absolutely insane. So, one last thing before we get off. You talked about cap room. Who do you want real quick?
I don't think we're really going to sign anybody, to be honest.
Because we have, $32 million? I mean, that's a lot of money.
There's nobody out there. The only thing we really need, there's no good offensive linemen out there left that can start for us.
Nope.
That are going to be better than what we have, because they would have to take a young guy, Parham or Thaler or Powers' job. So that's not going to happen.
Yep.
They could try to add depth at tackle and get like an older 30-year-old guy, but we already got Pete. We don't need defensive linemen. There's a couple decent linebackers out there that would be pass rush linebackers. But again, we have young linebackers they want to develop, so it would impede that. And then as far as cornerbacks, you're not going to get anybody that's better than Jack Jones. You're getting somebody that's in the 30s on a downhill slide.
You're going to get Stephon Gilmore, who's over 30 on a downhill ply. But let me ask you this. What about a receiver? We got Mike in here saying Michael Thomas possibly.
Michael Thomas was hurt 3 of the past 4 years.
He was hurt, so he's fresh, right?
Yeah, he's fresh. He got some fresh legs. He hasn't played again. Yeah. So I talked to so I was very big on this last year because somebody was saying we should get Michael Thomas. I'm like, he's washed up. He's done. He's a third wide receiver making too much money. He's going to get hurt again. And I was like, he's not even going to be Derek Carr's number one. And I was like, just watch. And people were like, oh, I mean, no, he's coming back, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? He wasn't Derek Carr's number one.
Yeah.
So, no.
I think, I mean, let's be real here. So funny story. Let me tell this funny story about Michael Thomas. I played against him on MLB The Show. And I had messaged him. I say, hey, Derek Carr sucks, huh? And it was Michael Thomas. It was a can't guard Mike. He had the money thing, whatever. You know, I messaged him, and all you put back was just ha ha. And I messaged him, Derek Carr sucks, huh? And he just put ha ha. So
well, he said shit prior about Derek Carr. So, like he said, like he was mad. But yeah, I don't think we're really going to make a splash in free agency. I don't see it happening. They're happy with what they have. They drafted their needs. At the very most, they're going to get
some receiver. I mean, Trey. I mean, I've heard bad things about Tucker. Unfortunately,
he's fast. He's a number 3, but yeah, I mean that's
some drop issues.
Yeah, but he's the third wide receiver and he's fast. That's what he does. Yeah, that's what they do. But
how much can you trust him? Are you gonna put Bowers in the slot?
Oh yeah, Bowers is playing slot this year. Guaranteed.
Yeah,
they're gonna run Bowers in a slot. They're gonna run a 12 set and watch put Bowers in a slot, and they're gonna force a linebacker. So they're gonna come out with a 12, and the other team's gonna be in a 4-3.
Yeah,
maybe a 5-2 if you're lucky. They're in a nickel situation, but most likely it's going to be a 4-3.
But if you go nickel, I mean, what corner is as big as Bowers?
Yeah, that's the problem. So you're gonna have your third corner on Bowers. That's not going to go well.
It's not going to go well.
Yeah, I can see teams trying to load up the box because they don't think the receivers and the quarterback's going to beat them, and then Bowers is going to go out in the slot and just fucking torch some linebacker. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I mean, maybe a linebacker, receiver. That's a lot of comments right now.
Yeah,
we got Juan coming in here with the comment as well.
Most likely,
receiver. I mean, you want to bring Renfro back?
No.
You don't want to bring the fumble machine back?
No.
For that. I love Renfro. He did great with Oakland.
He's such a hard worker, but he just got
his concussion, man. He unfortunately fell off a cliff.
Yeah,
he was scared to get hit for a while.
There's two real options. They can bring a depth piece for wide receiver or a depth piece for a linebacker. They're not going to sign a starter at this point. So
$32 million though, man. You got to put it somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of people getting contracts off next year. So
So who? I mean, I don't look forward to next year. I don't even plan next week. Who's up for a contract next year?
Oh shit, that's pull it up. It's like half our team. What Koontz is up?
Not saying much. You got Adams
is up. Yeah, Koontz, Epps, Hobbs, maybe Spillane. I have to look on it. I think Devine's up too. There's a lot of starters who are up.
Yeah.
But they're not going to command high level money.
No, they're all. I mean, unfortunately, they're middle. I mean, considered middle and in the NFL eyes right now.
Yeah, which is okay. Those type players you need.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we got our big boy signed. We're good. We got Tyree. Koontz will probably get in the 10 million mark. But a lot of that cap space is going to be eaten up. So I think they might just kind of hold off to sign these people and keep the core together.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see Jack Jones getting a little bit more money. Hobbs is going to get more money. I think Epps is going to be gone.
I think he resigns. I really
resigns?
I think so. I think he resigns. I think he plays well with Morik. I don't think he's going to ask for crazy money. He's getting up there in age. I think almost 30.
27, 28.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see. We will see. But speaking of cap, last thing again, I hope we don't trade Adams. You got to love that.
I got a lot of shit for that, and I said it's not going to happen this year.
If we suck this year, I mean, he's going to get traded. I'm going to be real.
And we'll save $30+ million and probably draft a wide receiver.
Exactly. I mean, but if you can get Ayuk for him right now, would you do it?
Depending on what Ayuk's contract is, yeah.
Well, he's probably going to get $30 million next year. But he's younger.
Yeah, but he's not a core route running receiver like Adams is.
Yeah, he's good, but I just think it's that connection he has with Antonio Pierce from ASU that brings the drama.
That thing, it's always drama. Everybody thought we're going to get Jaden Daniels because, he knows him.
Hey, man,
he signs one player he knows from ASU. Now we're going to get everybody from ASU.
Hey, man, stop bringing up my tweets, bro.
Jack Jones.
Oh man, that's hilarious. You got anything else to say, man? We
Oh,
can
man,
wrap it.
follow us on our platforms.
Follow us,
I
man.
just made my. How do you? So I know you can put. I'll talk to you after. But yeah, follow me on platforms: Instagram, TikTok. My TikTok's my ex I just made, so they're relatively new in the past couple months. I was mainly on Gram, so everything's in my link tree off my Instagram. We're gonna be doing a shit ton of giveaways. We get autographs, things all the time. So let's
Yeah.
we're gonna have some fun and add us on everything.
Yeah. Add us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Once we hit a mark, we'll do some giveaways. We'll do, I think I'll pitch in for a helmet giveaway or something. I know you have the Jack Jones giveaway up. Josh, we got some more viewers in. Josh is running a giveaway on his page for a charity on Instagram, the GOAT 209. Look him up if you haven't. He's running a giveaway of a Jack Jones jersey. Is that it? Or are you doing?
No, I just did the Jack Jones. I'm doing a Max Crosby bobblehead right now, and I'll do more signed memorabilia. But I always have my subscriber raffles. So with my subscriber money, I give it back to the nation. So any money that I make off Instagram, off subscribers, I buy tickets with it, and I give my tickets away. So for $4, yeah, somebody got 2 tickets to the Cowboys game for $5.
Crazy.
That somebody's going to win 2 tickets to the Jaguars game for $5. So that's all it takes. It's just to get notoriety, get some things out there, and kind of get back. Like I said, my life's good. Instagram is more than I can ever imagine it would ever be in my life. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's nuts. So it's my way of giving back. So all my subscriber money goes back to the nation.
Nice, man. Nice. Well, we appreciate you guys watching. We'll be live again next Tuesday, and hopefully have some more fun topics to talk about. So we appreciate it. Catch y'all later. Raiders AQ on all platforms. GOAT 209 on all platforms. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok, and he's on Twitter now. So
I'm up to 150 now.
You're at 160. I just looked. You're at 166.
I mean, pretty good for not using it. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, he's at 166. So, hey, but one piece of advice: take away the hashtags, man. It's Twitter.
Really? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't use Twitter.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. Take away the hashtags, man. Take away the hashtags.
All
right, guys. We'll catch you later, man.
All right.